In this tutorial, I am going to walk you through the conveyor scene in the ACC PLC Simulator using the 5-step PLC Program Development framework. This is a single-axis belt conveyor with proximity sensors at each end and a box that travels back and forth along the belt. By the end, you will have a complete working program built step by step the same way I approach every PLC project. Detailed information contained in this video can be found at accautomation.ca. A link has been put in the description below. The website offers extensive links, references, and coding samples, making it a one-stop shop for all your automation queries. Once again, that is accautomation.ca. Input and Output I/O Overview. The conveyor scene has 6 I/O points, 4 inputs and 2 outputs. X1 is your start push button, wired normally open. X2 is your stop push button, wired normally closed. X3 is a proximity sensor at the left end of the belt. X4 is a proximity sensor at the right end. On the output side, Y1 controls the motor. When Y1 is on, the belt moves. Y2 controls direction. When Y2 is off, the box travels forward from left to right. When Y2 is on, the box travels in reverse from right to left. Step 1. Define the task. Write down in plain English what the system must do before you touch any ladder logic. The conveyor must start when the operator presses start and stop when the operator presses stop. When running, the box travels forward from left to right. When the box reaches the right sensor, the conveyor automatically reverses direction. The box then travels in reverse from right to left. When the box reaches the left sensor, the conveyor stops automatically. The operator can press start again to repeat the cycle. The stop button must stop the conveyor at any time, regardless of where the box is. Step 2. Define the I/O. List every input and output with its address and description. X1 is start, X2 is stop normally closed, X3 is the left sensor, X4 is the right sensor, Y1 is motor run, and Y2 is direction. 4 inputs and 2 outputs. No analog I/O is needed for this application. The I/O map is already defined by the scene, so this step is done. Step 3. Develop a flowchart or sequence of operations. Map out the sequence of operations. First, the operator presses start. The motor starts with the direction set to forward. The box travels left to right. The box arrives at the right sensor. The direction reverses. The box travels right to left. The box arrives at the left sensor. The motor stops. The system is ready for the next cycle. The stop button can interrupt the motor at any point and immediately stop it. Step 4. Develop the PLC program. Translate the flowchart into ladder logic. Rung 0 is your motor start-stop with seal in. X1, the start button, is a normally open contact in parallel with Y1 for the seal in. X2, the stop button, is a normally open contact in series with the normally closed bit. Then we add X3, the left sensor, as a normally closed contact in series, and here's the important part. We add X1 in parallel with that normally closed X3 contact. The output is Y1, motor run. The normally closed X3 contact is your automatic stop. When the box arrives at the left sensor, X3 goes true, the normally closed contact opens, and Y1 drops out. But after the cycle completes, the box is sitting at the left sensor. X3 stays true. Without X1 in parallel, the motor would never start again. With X1 in parallel, pressing start bypasses the left sensor and the motor runs. Rung 1 is your direction control. X4, the right sensor, is a normally open contact. Y2, the direction output, is in parallel as a seal-in, so the direction stays reversed after the box moves away from the right sensor. Add Y1, motor run, as a normally closed contact in series with the seal-in branch. This resets the direction when the motor stops, so the next cycle starts in the forward direction. The output is Y2 direction. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button below. Keeping up with all the latest automation innovations can be difficult, so hit the subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to your subscription to receive notifications. Step 5. Test the program. Connect the conveyor scene and run the full test sequence. Put the simulator in run mode. Press start. The belt starts moving forward. Watch the box travel to the right. The box hits the right sensor and the direction reverses automatically. The box travels back to the left. The box hits the left sensor and the motor stops automatically. Press start again and the cycle repeats. Now press stop during travel. The motor stops immediately. Test the stop button at every stage, forward travel, reverse travel, and at each sensor position. If any step does not work, use step mode in the simulator. Toggle the inputs manually and press step to see exactly which contacts are passing power. What we learned. The conveyor scene introduces I/O patterns you will see in every material handling system. Motors, sensors, direction control, and automatic sequencing. The 5-step framework kept our development organized from task definition through testing. Try modifying the program. Add a counter to track how many complete cycles the box has made. Add a timer to pause for 2 seconds at each end before reversing. These are fundamental building blocks for more complex machines. Head over to accautomation.ca/simulator to try the conveyor scene yourself. The link is in the description. If you found this helpful, subscribe to ACC Automation for more PLC tutorials. And leave a comment telling me what program you would like to build next. Many PLC manufacturers offer a range of hardware and software. All programmable logic controllers share similar basic features. To see how I would approach learning about basic PLCs, click here. Click here to see how you can continue programming for free with the ACC PLC Simulator featuring 3D scenes you can program.